find ourselves on planet Earth, born from creation. As we are babies, we go through the process of experiencing things for the first time. We find ourselves in an environment we've never known. All around us is things pre-built by humans, as well as materials, plants, animals, beauty all around us that we can interact with and create different things with different combinations. We can learn to perceive things in different ways, with different ideas, different emotions. As children, we look up to the adults around us to clue us in on how we should feel about particular things. As we age, we start to understand more thoroughly what the preconceived structure looks like, whether that be socially, how schools operate, how things are taught. There's blueprints for everything because humans have been around for a very long time and we've treaded a lot of ground. Different people come to see things in different ways, but there is a generalization amongst every single thing that has been manifested, contemplated, appreciated, experienced, so that the majority have equal ground to stand on in understanding said thing. However, because we've lost the concept of freedom, of creativity, of our malleability, the idea of restructuring and deconstructing things has been a muscle that we have long atrophied within the process of trying to understand life. We've lost our ability to make it ours. Human beings have been around for a very long time. However, we have not developed as much as we like to convince ourselves we have. We are still primal beings who look up to the pre-established structure, idea, creation, because not only is it easier, but it's what everybody else is doing. It's very comfortable and safe being a part of the collective, and that is understandable. It's okay. However, it's important also to embody the Hierophant card in tarot, to challenge ideas, to criticize structures, to use your power to develop a new way of understanding, of comprehending, of embodying what that fixed entity looks like. We can only do this if we embody an amount of detachment, of freedom, which allows us to be fluid in our understanding and the things that we are picking up, interacting with, and putting together. If that freedom is not present, we can very easily attach ourselves to things that are already preconceived, not in alignment with who we truly are, things that do not speak to our soul, and we can find ourselves very quickly in an unwanted situation, whether that be relationship-wise, job-wise, creation of your life, the way you've viewed situations and circumstances and how they're influencing your present life, whether it's the way that you've conformed. We as human beings are vessels who have the ability and the potential to alchemize anything and everything that comes our way, not to absorb it and based off of labels, containers, and structures that have already been put into place, formulate a particular emotional pattern or thought pattern to be enabled and then projected through your vessel. While that is something that we can do, and that isn't something I'm trying to shun, however, it's over-exercised as being our baseline reaction. And in the process of overexerting that ability we have, we've forgotten our manifestation abilities. We've forgotten what it means to actually interact and play with reality. And in turn, enhancing and affecting our external world, our internal world, in every direction imaginable. There are things that existed way before we were here. There were things that never existed before we came to this planet. There are things that we cannot control, and there are things that we can control. And the problem always arises in what things we decide are things we can and cannot control. When we fix ourselves and deem something to be absolute within our reality, we conform and accept validate and perpetuate that thing. It is our reality now. There are times in life when you resist, and there are times in life when you go with the flow. Understanding when and where you do something, deciding when and where you exert full acceptance of something is when you deem it to be true. And that is attachment. That is identifying. Yet the majority of humans manifest and accept things so readily, so willingly, that it is undeniable in their reality that this is the way it is. And now we leave no space for other concepts, other manifestations to be manifested. Whether it is something that you are unaware of or very aware of, we are all alchemists who manifest and create things every single day. And if you want to actively take hold of that creation ability, you need to have enough willpower to actually grasp that and take control of it in your own life. Because we all have the ability to manifest, because we are co-creators, and it will happen no matter if you recognize it or not. Because we are part of the creation, the creator that created this creation. We are simultaneously everything. Our life force, our creative energy, our sexual energy, our vitality is the lifeblood of creation. And the energy that expresses within your being in a multiplicated number of ways is that energy that isn't reined in and directed at your specific intention. So if you find yourself in day-to-day life sporadic, scattered, a mess and malaligned, intense and then suddenly apathetic, purpose-led and then purposeless. If you find yourself waxing and waning between contradictions, it's because you've allowed your energy to be so chaotic, and our ability to concentrate and focus our energy is something that is not understood or taught anymore. The concept of us having this energy and it affecting our lives is unfathomably unconsidered. If you allow yourself to move fluidly through life, to be lenient with how anchored you are in your understandings and your perception of reality, if you want to know what is possible for you and you want to create that reality for yourself, if you want to experience reality happily, in alignment, knowing yourself and being yourself without inhibition or doubt, then it's time that we reclaim our ability to create that future, which is innately part of every single human being. If we want to reclaim our abilities to create our desired life, we must transmute experiences, uncover the hidden gem that lies within the situation or circumstance, and use it to evolutionize. Love yourself enough to persevere, never give up. Aim the highest that you can possibly see. Have a goal in mind and make it big. This is your life, and you'll only get to experience it in this way once. Have a will that commands your future. Make active decisions and boundaries that guide you on the path to realizing your highest being. Recognize your inviolability. You were never weak. The only thing that can destroy you is what you allow. Have the flexibility to challenge and contemplate reality. It is in the evolutionary process. This is not the end game. We are in the active making of history, and there is a diverse amount of perspectives to view everything on. So find one that speaks to you best and refine it. Have the audacity to create. Do not let anything stop you from realizing what you want to see. Have the unconditional love to destroy. To know that something does not serve in the way that it is being expressed. To sever the energetic tie that it has to you, as well as the physical. Unidentify with what is not you. Create space for the most desired aspects of reality to come to you. If there is no room, if there is no time, if there is no attention placement, those energies, your desired reality, self, emotions, experience is going to have a hard time finding its way to you. Have the courage to settle, but never lose your malleability. Make the decision to live in a reality that you chose and created. Do not settle in a reality that you do not deem to be acceptable for yourself. And always have the flexibility to enhance as time progresses what you've settled into. Embody your reality presently. Allow yourself to be. We are human beings. We are that which embodies the experiences that we've transmuted. We are also the beings that embody experiences. If you don't want to transmute them or aren't aware of your transmutation abilities. To embody is the highest level of experience. To be is the ultimate reality. To exist as you want to exist in fulfillment, satisfaction, bliss, happiness, motivation, and inspiration, and to actively have the ability to create that for yourself. It all isn't a coincidence. The reality that we experience today is not a coincidence. And just because the collective endures in the way that it does not mean that that is the correct path. Trust in creation. Trust in the force that allows this reality to exist in the vastness of infinity. To harness the ability to create coincidentally with nature, with planet Earth, is to realize our true potential of being human beings. It's meant to be challenging, complex, fun. It's meant to provoke emotions within you, but you're not meant to find yourself embodying something that you do not want to. So the challenge to maneuver the hardships of life and to make it out on the other side as you wanted to is the ultimate achievement. Reality can be far more engaging if you just simply look into the direction that allows it to be engaging. At the end of the day, do it for yourself and watch the world reverberate. Choose to live in a reality that you deem worthy. And if you can't find it, there's your journey awaiting you.